The old guys used to say, Magnetos, say hard to start, piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. They were right, because they were made like such garbage. Nothing was threaded. The screws made the holes to thread, and they just ripped all out. Nowadays, we make everything out of billet. You couldn't rip the threads out if you wanted to. The magnet's shrouded, so you can't even drop something in there and have some, have it get jammed. We got a stainless steel polished cam here, so the points don't wipe out. These things just go forever nowadays. They're made the way they should have been made. I tell you what, I get calls all the time from people with magnetos, and it turns out to not be our magneto. Got to weed through it to figure out that, but and I help these guys anyway because I don't want to see. It's about the magnetos, So Shaw of Morris Magnetos. That's all I can tell you. I have the switch on. The way a magneto works is we're taking a magnet, spinning it right through a coil of wire, making electric, high voltage, right to the spark plugs. There's no 5 energy conversions all over the bike, so it's the most efficient energy you can have. The spark increases as the RPMs increase. It uses the least mechanical power from the engine to make a spark. It's the ideal ignition. It's about as basic as the V-twin engine itself. So, yeah, there's no connection to your charging system whatsoever. It's independent. Here's your wiring for a magneto. Here's your whole wiring diagram. Boom, boom, to the spark plugs. And go for a ride. If anything breaks down on a bike, battery falls off, wiring burns up, anything, you'll get home. You might not have lights, but you'll get home. So, one of the features of a magneto is the faster it spins, the hotter it spark. So when you get up into the higher RPMs and you got all tornadoes going on in your motor, flame doesn't blow out. You can feel the difference with a magneto at the high RPMs. We built the ignition systems on the Easy Rider Streamliner, held the world's land speed record for 16 years running. So we're proud of that. Yeah, Mag's got a bad reputation over the years because the people that had them, the way they were made, everything else, there were things that weren't reliable. Threads would strip out, just the design, there were a number of features about it that just made it not reliable. So job one was to bring back the inherent nature of the thing itself is just as reliable as can be. So that was job one, to just bring all that back and just make them as reliable as the ones they use in airplanes. You got to have reliability there, so that's why they use magnetos. So now we have these for just about every model of Harleys anyway, and one model for Yamaha for pre-unit Triumphs, old Bosch magnetos for the Indians. Pretty much got all that stuff covered. Yeah, you can run with a battery, without a battery, makes no difference. You don't need a battery for starting the bike. If you've got a kicker, you kick it over. We've got rare earth magnets in them now, so you get a lot more spark at the low RPMs also. So that's another thing that just made them more reliable. So by the 80s, what we did is developed a magneto to fit on a Harley that had an impulse coupling. And what an impulse coupling does is winds up a spring, then lets go of the magneto at retarded timing. So you get a full spark for starting, at retarded timing, everything you need to make a magneto start the motorcycle great. So we get this advanced retard lever. And you see where it's sparking up there? See the arrow? There's retarded, there's advanced, there's retarded, there's advanced, there's retarded, there's advanced, retarded, advanced, retarded, advanced. So that's what the advanced retard lever does. Changes the timing, and there you go. I mean, shit, we built Magnetos for guys years ago, and probably by the time you averaged out, they spent maybe $20 a year on the Magneto. So it's a lifetime investment. You know, it's just people sell their bike, and they go, yeah, their bike's for sale, but you don't get that Magneto. That's just how it is. They're jewels, they're prized possessions. That's it. Yeah, check out all the different variations you can get MorrisMagneto.com. And thanks for watching. The best fire at Morris Magnetos.